Hi, I'm Lloyd from Bumstead Bicycles, and I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you about your e-bike chargers. I've got a few laid out in front of me here. Again, in the news lately, all of a sudden we're getting more, especially New York seems to be where all the e-bike fires tend to turn up. In some of the research I've been doing, it seems like it might be charger related in this. Could be battery, could be charger, but I have noticed in carrying e-bikes for all these years, there's a big difference in the quality of different chargers. Some of them not so good. I'm also getting a lot of phone calls of people wanting to buy chargers. And again, here in the store, a lot of times we're busy, so I haven't been asking them, well, why do you need a charger? What's wrong with your old charger? So can't speak to that, but I am getting a larger volume of calls now of people needing chargers. Our stock answer is no, we don't have chargers for sale. And that's part of what I wanted to go over today is the complexity of getting the right charger if you do need a charger. So I'm gonna start here. I've got a wide range of chargers. Let's go with something that we can easily read here. So there's a few things if you do need to get a charger that most of us might, if you're not into electronic devices or know much, why we always highly recommend you go directly to the manufacturer of whatever product, bike, scooter, whatever. Get your charger from them to ensure that you're getting the right one. Now, if for some reason you can't do that, you have to familiarize yourself with all of the inputs and outputs that are on here. You need to know how many volts, how many amps, there's a bunch of stuff. The type of plug that then plugs into your battery to charge it. Again, there's different diameters, there's different plug shapes depending on. So be wary of that. There's different qualities of cables on these, the cords on these. I had just recently had a customer comment. He had bought an inexpensive charger on Amazon and he carries the charger with him. And he says he constantly breaks the wire. He's buying $25 chargers on Amazon, not very expensive. And he said the weak link a lot of times because he's constantly pulling it out of his bag, plugging it in, handling the cables a lot. And he says the cables go bad. Another thing to look at then on chargers, one, you got to make sure it's the proper charger in the sense of all of the things we just talked about. But again, some of them are much heavier, solid state. Some have you can't see here, but they'll have a built-in cooling fan. These do get warm. Another aspect of charging your bike, make sure that this charger isn't set on something that could catch fire or it could be damaged from heat. They do get warm. Personally, here in the shop, I like to have them setting on something, or even I've seen some customers get something so that there's, like with laptops, something to keep it cool underneath to help with those kind of aspects. So a lot to consider in chargers, especially making sure it's the appropriate charger for your bike or scooter. Again, highly recommend you go through the direct manufacturer to make sure you get the right one. If you can't do that, familiarize yourself extensively to make sure you get the right voltage, the right amperage, and the right plug before you purchase one online. Doing all of that, you will be much safer. I watched a couple of professionals, they even recommend, even though a lot of these chargers will go to a trickle charge, they're saying, you know what, maybe to be on the safe side, plug it into some kind of timer that shuts off after 5 hours. So if you're going to bed at night, you're worried about this, what if it catches fire at 3 o'clock in the morning? Most chargers, again, under the conditions we talked about, very reliable. Also, always look UL listing. A lot of inexpensive chargers don't go to the expense of having their chargers certified by an agency that will make sure it's built to the proper standards and quality. Again, look for a UL listing, put it in a safe place, make sure there's nothing around it, maybe even put it on a timer, and have safe and happy time with your new e-bike or older one. No fires. Thanks.